What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Insanity back again with another gameplay for you guys. I know it's been a long time, since I put out a video for you guys. I'm really sorry about that. Hopefully, I'll get back on the grind. I've been working on a couple things lately, and not that I just didn't have the time for it. I guess I was being lazy with it. I'll be honest with you guys. I was probably being a little bit lazy. And I want to give you guys good content. I really haven't been team scrimming that much. I'll get into that in a little bit, but I wanted to make sure I had a decent gameplay for you guys to watch. I don't want to give you guys a gameplay that, that is just somewhat mediocre and, it's just like, oh, he just put out this video to talk about this or just to put a video out there. I really didn't want to do that, but I figured I got a pretty decent gameplay for you guys. So I'll talk about the gameplay first, and then I'll get into, what I want to talk about in the video. But as you guys are seeing here, this is actually a league play game. I played, I think it was yesterday, or it was either yesterday or a couple days ago or whatever, but we actually started out this game playing 3-on-4, and usually when you go into league games playing 3-on-4 and you're going up against a team, as you guys can see here, you're usually not gonna win it. I mean, depending how good the team is or depending how good the players are on the other team, it's usually not gonna go in your favor. But we actually did end up winning this game 3-on-4. It was against, I'm pretty sure it was a Masters ranked team as well. But I think I dropped like 50 kills, over 50 kills, something like that. But I do really good in this gameplay, so I hope you guys do enjoy that. But today, there's two things I want to talk about with you guys. If you guys probably have heard, around the community, as you guys know, there's a LAN event coming up. I believe it's either next weekend or this coming weekend. I'm not exactly sure. It's actually, yeah, I think it's actually next weekend. But it's actually UMG. They're holding a LAN event in Atlanta. And they came out with a new rule set, actually, which was a couple of weeks ago. It could have been a couple weeks ago or something like that. But they switched up the rule set a little bit to what MLG originally had before. As you guys know, Gfinity actually started this different kind of rule set, and I guess UMG wanted to try it out, and they figured that it was the better move for COD. But I want to talk to you guys about what the rules are and how it's going to affect us and my thoughts on it. So I'll give you guys the breakdown as to what the new rules are. It's not much of a variation, but it's a little bit of a variation to it changes up the meta a little bit of Call of Duty. It's gonna be played a lot different now. But as you guys know, there's no sentry guns now for the score streak. You can no longer use a sentry gun for any game type or anything, and there's also no shotguns allowed. And that even though it's only 2 rules, those are 2 huge restrictions, because as you guys know, for a game like, well, first of all, for a game like CTF, sentry guns come in so clutch. Or let's say you're up 1 flag and one of your teammates gets a sentry gun, it's basically almost game over. I mean, you could have 3 of your teammates throw multiple trophy systems outside of the map on top of buildings or whatever, and I mean, the other team could keep throwing EMPs and whatnot, and they're still gonna keep putting up trophy systems one by one, and it's just like a never-ending process. So I think the addition with no sentry guns is gonna make CTF like a lot more interesting now. You're not gonna see those really like stalemate games. You're gonna see a team maybe go up 1 flag or maybe 2 flags, and they're playing really defensive, on their base side, and they're just got this. They're just constantly going back to their spawning, putting trophy systems up after they die. I mean, that's kind of the thing you've been seeing from a lot of teams these days. But I want to give you guys a pure example as to why no sentry guns is a huge plus for us. I don't know if you guys remember, but if you guys remember, Complexity was playing Impact. I'm pretty sure this was a Gfinity match. I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, it was a Gfinity match. It was a couple weeks ago, and I believe, I'm not exactly sure what the scores were, but I know Impact was up. I believe it was either 1-0 or 2-0, and and Impact didn't have any sentry guns because they weren't allowed. So they had so many score streaks. I'm pretty sure 3 out of their 4 players had almost full streaks. So they had War Machines, they had Lightnings, they had Hellstorms, pretty much everything that you can possibly have. I mean, having 3 score streaks, being up 2 flags going into second side, you're most likely gonna win that game. I mean, even if, just think about it. If they had sentry guns, if 3 of their teammates had sentry guns, what would have happened? It would have probably been a blowout for Impact. But as you guys know, Complexity actually did come back and they won that game, which was a monumental game, and Complexity ended up winning that series overall. I mean, just think about it. Impact could have taken the series lead if they won that CTF, and they probably could have beat Complexity if if sentry guns were allowed. That's why this is going to change everything up now. You know, you're going to see CTF played at, you know, a more fast pace now. You're not going to see you know, people camping a lot to, you know, try to get that sentry, because the sentry guns are so crucial in CTF. I don't know if you guys really understand that, but it is so crucial. Not as much for S&D or, you know, hardpoint stuff like that, but it is really a big factor. Now let me get into the shotgun, you know, debate here. I think that's been the biggest problem since day one. You know, the shotguns are they're just so overpowered. I mean, you know, it's not even the fact that it's like for hardpoint, you know, hardpoint is the biggest thing, because, you know, you can just have one of your teammates sit inside with they could just sit inside one of the hardpoints here, and they could just sit in a corner with a shotgun and be able to kill every single thing. I mean, it's just, it doesn't really require any skill, in my opinion, you know, to just sit in a corner, use a shotgun, you know, one bullet, a whole bunch of people. I mean, but if you see it as a spectator, I think it's pretty cool. You know, you can see a guy get like maybe a 3 or 4 piece with a shotgun, and that's pretty cool to watch. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, when I was watching, I think I was watching Anaheim. I was watching it from home, and I was watching people just doing work with shotguns. Don't get me wrong, it was cool to watch, but like coming from a player's perspective, I knew like what they were going through. I was like, wow, this is really unfair to the other team. You're just having, you know, 2 guys inside of a hill using a shotgun with laser sights on them. I mean, it just doesn't require any skill. You don't have to aim in with the gun. You don't have to do any of that. You just sit there, lay down in a corner, or sit in a corner, and just shoot the people that are coming into the hill. Now, to me, I don't think that takes, you know, any skill at all. I really do not think that takes any skill. Maybe you guys think otherwise, but you guys can let me know in the comments below as to, you know, what you guys think about this situation. Do you guys think it's a good thing, or do you think it's a bad thing? Do you think it's going to affect the, you know, more pub players or people not familiar with competitive come into the scene, or is it going to really, you know, make them not feel accustomed to what they're really used to, I guess you could say. But in my opinion, I think it's a good thing, but you guys can let me know what you guys think. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is my team situation right now. As you guys know, you might not see me really active on, you know, a professional team or a top amateur team right now. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's been a struggle right now, you know? It's been a struggle for me trying to find a team. You know, I ran with some people, but I just didn't really feel comfortable with the team. As you guys know, I was trying to find 2 with one of my old teammates, Chloe, who was on a Prime Example or Pulse, whatever you guys know us by. You know, we were looking for 2, and we just couldn't find 2 players. You know, that really fit the specific role that we needed. You know, we felt like we had, you know, a couple decent players, but we didn't feel like they were making smart decisions in game. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing with players these days. You know, I'm not a pro yet, so I can't really speak on that part, but I think there's, you know, people got to make smarter decisions. And I think the people that we ran with just weren't making smart decisions in games, and was costing us some maps and stuff like that. And you guys know connection is a whole other deal with online Call of Duty, but that's another thing. But
lightning strike on standby.
I'm just, you know, so right now I'm just gonna take a break. Not take a break, you know, it's not like I'm quitting competitive or, you know, not gonna play anymore. I'm still gonna be playing every day. I'm probably going to be playing a lot of GBs, a lot of League play, stuff like that, like I've been doing already. So you guys probably be seeing mostly a lot of League play games. I want to bring you guys some gameplays like this where, you know, I just go absolutely off. What am I right now? I'm 44-19. We were actually down by a lot too. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna wait till after UMG Atlanta's over with. You know, I want to see maybe there will be some new teams that rise up there, and you know, maybe they'll end up dropping a player or something like that. But you know, hopefully I can get on a decent team. You know, I don't want to settle for a team that, you know, hasn't proven themselves. You know, people always say, oh, why don't you give other amateurs a chance? And I see where you're coming from with that, but I don't want to play with people who haven't, you know, proved themselves at all. Like, I think LAN is the biggest thing to me. I mean, online I'm definitely not the best player. You know, I'll admit that I'm not the best player online. But you know, when it comes to LAN, you know, I think I step it up to another level. But hopefully some team will be out there who will want to pick me up. Anyway, guys, that's the end of the gameplay. Hope you guys did enjoy the commentary. As you guys can see, I went 52-19. But if you guys can, please give my video a like and tweet out the video if you guys can. Also, guys, I've been streaming daily on twitch.tv. I'll have the description below. It's twitch.tv/VinsanityTV. And you can follow me on Twitter at VinsanityCod. And I think that's it, guys. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.